Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal PeaceLoveMusic here again with another episode of the Let's Go Good Morning Show, brought to you live by DeOrganized Media in partnership with our good friends over at BitcoinLive, Decentralized Broadcasting. It is Thursday morning, the 9th of January. We're well into the second week of the year. Things are going well for me, at least from my perspective, I should say. For the space we're in, I know that some people are a little concerned with the short-term price action. My experience is this is all normal and nothing to be concerned about. But a friendly reminder: we are a news show. We are providing information and educational opportunities only. We are not a financial advisor. We are not providing financial advice. Always do your own research and never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Be responsible. You know, you're not hitting the lottery here. Do the work. Put in your own work. Bitcoin's coming in at 93,405. Thank you, GP. Bitcoin's coming in at 93,405, a little bit down from yesterday and significantly down from a couple of days ago where we were over $100,000. But if you zoom out, look at it, $93,000 Bitcoin is not a bad place to be right now where we are in the market cycle. So rein in your temper your expectations, people. Stacks coming in at $1.52, holding on to the number 51 spot on CoinMarketCap by market cap. Fear and Greed Index has dipped down, still in the neutral range, but dropping down from around 56 to 49. And the top three gainers over the past 24 hours on CoinMarketCap are Neo, Kaya, and Flow. And I'm not entirely familiar with, I am somewhat familiar with Neo, but Kaya and Flow I don't know a whole lot about, so not sure why they're running. Friendly reminder, I'm going to tell you guys this every day. If you're not doing it, you should be. When you stack your STX, you earn yield in Bitcoin. Of all the amazing things going on with Stacks and the Stacks ecosystem and the Stacks network and all of the projects and all of the cool things you can do, SBTC and bridging in runes and all the AI stuff that's developing on the platform. To me, the coolest thing is the proof of transfer functionality that allows regular users to stack their stacks, secure the network, and earn yield in Bitcoin. Tell your friends. The Stacks calendar for the day. We have, I got to talk to Hero because I know that there's more going on than that. On the Stacks calendar, we have the Bitcoin Pepe Community Forum space at 11 a.m. today. That is a tremendous community. I love the guys over there. I actually have a personal appointment I have to do, so I don't think I might tune in from the waiting room on my phone because I do love those guys. But 11 a.m., it's always a great time, super live, great vibe, great guys, and they're doing some cool stuff in the ecosystem. So check them out at 11 a.m. At 10 a.m., we have the next episode of the Game Master Show with Zenatron, and we're going to do a series of find to earn games for the hour, where you're going to have an opportunity to win some stacks and also a GPSC original Gigapepe V2, as well as a Stacks Invader is up for grabs. So participate. We're doing it a little bit differently. If you've been participating in the Twitter Spaces events, you kind of know the deal. This is going to be a similar thing. Zenatron will show you an image and give you coordinates. You go find the coordinates on Google Maps, and then you find the location. The first person to find the coordinates for the location with the image will win that round and get the stacks and maybe a Stacks Invader and or a Gigapepe V2. So tune in at 10 a.m. for that. Also, the first episode of the Bitcoin and Beyond show with Melanie Karstens, who you guys mostly know as Good Kitty, will be airing at noon with great guests, Electra Frost and Grace Ying from talking about their experiences at the network school and a bunch of other stuff that they're involved in. So make sure you tune in at noon for that. And that is the calendar for the day. At least what I have. I know there's more shows and stuff going on. It's just not on the calendar right now. Or at least not on my version of it. I got to talk to Hero. And so, my friends, we actually have a word from our sponsor here, one of our great sponsors here at DeOrganized Media. As we are growing, we got some great partners in the ecosystem. One of our great partners here is Hermetica. And if you guys don't know, when you stack your stacks, no, that's not it. My friends, if you're into Bitcoin and looking to earn some solid yield, you have to check out Hermetica. They've got USDH, a Bitcoin-backed stablecoin that is not just stable, but earns up to 25% yield. You can head on over to hermetica.fi, stake your USDH, and start earning immediately. It's that easy. Go check it out now at hermetica.fi. And, if checking out hermetica.fi, typing that in is too hard, we made it real easy for you. Just scan that QR code there. It'll bring you right over into Hermetica, and you can start looking at what the options are and taking advantage of some really cool ways to utilize dollar stablecoins that are backed by Bitcoin and earn some really great yield on it as well. It's a huge, awesome development. Great team over there too. MasterCard launches crypto credentials in the UAE and Kazakhstan, simplifying blockchain transactions with secure aliases and expanding crypto accessibility in the EEMEA region. Coinbase reportedly received a CFTC subpoena related to Polymarket, potentially requiring the exchange to share user account data. U.S. entities now hold 65% more Bitcoin reserves than non-U.S. entities, hitting a new all-time high. It's going to be the crypto capital of the world, ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not. It's where it's at. Oklahoma senator introduced the Bitcoin Freedom Act, enabling salaries and payments to be made in BTC. So introduce means it's just proposed legislation. It's not actually a law yet. But really, that would be some really great stuff. So if you're in the Oklahoma region, you might want to talk to your local representatives about supporting that bill. Crypto exchange Bybit lists AI meme coin AIXBT for spot trading. It's good news if you've been paying attention. Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy now holds over 2% of the Bitcoin supply. 2%. Billionaire Dan Morehead says the U.S. stores $600 billion in gold, equivalent to 11 million years of American worker wages. That stat makes me feel bad. Workers need more wages. They need a bigger split of the pie when you're producing. And I'm not saying, anyway, go to digital gold is what Dan Morehead says. Bitcoin, it's much better. I agree with that 100%. U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs recorded nearly $570 million in outflows as Bitcoin fell below the psychological $100,000 price level on January 8th. The Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, FBTC, accounted for roughly 45% of the day's net outflow at $258.7 million, its highest ever single day outflow. Billionaire Mark Cuban says he'd rather own Bitcoin than gold if something bad happens to the economy, as it is portable and easier to use for smaller transactions. I think it has more value than gold, he adds. Quote. End quote. And a word from another one of our great sponsors over at Alex Labs. With SBTC now live, and if you aren't familiar, you should look into SBTC. Amazing development over on Stacks. Don't miss the Surge 2 campaign on Alex. Rewards have been doubled to $2 million. 2 million Alex, $2 million. Maybe that's a Freudian slip. Maybe I think the Alex token is destined for $1 a piece. 2 million Alex for Surge liquidity providers. Some of the best yields on stacks for SBTC and meme coins will be found on the Alex Surge. So be sure to check it out at app.alexlab.co/surge. Again, that's app.alexlab.co/surge. And if that's a little bit too hard for you to remember and type out, which it shouldn't be, but you can scan that QR code right there and it'll bring you right to that link. STX is now live on Travala. You can now book your dream trip and pay with STX, the native token of the Stacks ecosystem, on Travala.com. Crazy. That's crazy. The team over at AIBTC Dev has innovated again. Soon you will be able to launch your own AI DAO managed by your AI agents. Bananas. That's crazy. Super interesting. Great stuff. Those guys are killing it over there, by the way. We're doing tons of great work over there. Bitflow has just announced Bitflow Keepers, personalized smart contract automation for Bitcoin DeFi. Bitflow Keepers are services that simplify the painful parts of Bitcoin DeFi management. Gary Reiger's gated.so is in alpha test. Go set up your account now. Gated.so. It only costs 1 stacks to be early. You set up your page. There will be more functionality down the line, but you can get started right now. You go over there, set up your page. There is the When Walls Break album available that Good Kitty launched as the first media launch on Gated, and there will be more to come. So head over there to gated.so, help Gary out, and help the community grow some really cool tools. Are you looking to get started as a developer on Stacks? Well, head over to the stacks.co/build/get-started /get-started. Or if you just go over to stacks.co, www.stacks.co, it's over all the way on the right at the top. It says get started. That's on a laptop. I'm not sure what it looks like on a phone. But if you're a dev, you're probably, like me, on a laptop or a computer. So it's stacks.co. It's get started for builders, and you can access developer tools, learn the basics, build a full app, and even get ways to get paid to build your app. So get over there now. Check it out, stacks.co. Lots of other stuff there. That's how you access the Stacks forum, all sorts of other stuff. www.stacks.co. Are you interested in helping builders and devs test out their projects on Stacks? We're building a tester QA community. We actually have a pretty strong one. That's how I know about what Gary's working on to some degree, even though we're integrated and friends and I talk to him. That's a place where he asked for help. And we've actually poked around on a bunch of stuff. We got, the people involved in that group got to work on a little bit on the Bitflow Runes project before it launched. And we did some stuff for Zenitron's work. We've helped out Dan Trevino from Boom Wallet. We got to poke around on that. And a bunch of other stuff. So if you're into that sort of thing, you want to know about what's being built, you want to help out some of the devs, DM me at PeaceLoveMusic on X and let me know you're interested, and we'll get you added to the group. Fact.fun, that's another one we helped out poking around before it launched. Have you checked out Fact.fun? There are several new tokens currently in the bonding curve now. Head over to Fact.fun and check them out. Friendly reminder, the SIP and Innovation Community Call every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time with Hero Gamer and the Stacks org account. Come learn about the latest developments on the Stacks chain and give us your input on what you would like to see built on Stacks. It's every Friday at 11 a.m. And again, just one more reminder, coming up at 10 o'clock, we have Find to Earn with the Game Master Zenitron. You can win some STX, a GPSC V2, and a Stacks Invader NFT. Very highly in high demand Stacks Invader. So come check us out at 10 a.m. We'll be live broadcasting on this channel, on our wherever you're watching us right now. We'll be live. YouTube, X, my X account, the DeOrganized X account, BitcoinLive. Come check us out and engage. Get ready to engage. And with that, I want to actually say hi to good morning, Reese. What's up, man? Good morning, John D. How are you, man? What's up, Gary? How are you? And we're going to bring in our good friend and partner in the show here, GPSC. How are you today, my brother?
Yeah, doing good. Working on a few different things and excited for the Game Master show. Hopefully I can win a Stacks Invader or some sweet prizes today, man. Feeling optimistic.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. I also think I'm optimistic about the future of our space and where we're at and what things are going on here. I have a super full day because the Good Kitty, the show where we're always going to call her Good Kitty, but she wants to be Melanie Karstens now, and I don't blame her because she looks great, sounds great, and it kind of gives her a broader range to explore her conversations with people, I think. But we recorded the show early because her guests today are time zone incompatible with her regular show time, which is at noon. So we recorded this morning with Electra Frost and Gracing they're both actually, I think, were part of the Stacks Australia community with Gordon and all them, but also they're both participating in the network school piece of the networks, Balaji's network space, network state. And so I was up at 5 a.m. filming them. Then we have our show. I got Zenitron. Then I got an optometrist appointment to check out my glaucoma, which I think it's going to be fine. And then while you guys are all watching the show at noon, I'll be facilitating a realtor government affairs committee meeting. So,
yeah, dude, man, you're always busy, man. Like nonstop, always like nose to the grindstone, getting it. So yeah, it's a lot of work, like keeping up the alpha and keeping everybody informed, isn't it?
It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I'm recording their show. I'm setting up my news items for the day, making sure we're ready to go, doing some promo for Zenitron show, spreading that out, and helping Gary out a little bit, making sure, checking out my gated stuff, seeing that, oh yeah, my second page did launch. Yeah, here you go, Gary. Doing that all while I'm, we're just, what amazing tools we have though, right? That we can do these things. We can multitask and get how productive we can be. And maybe it's just a matter of finding the right balance and making sure that, after the meeting, my compulsion is going to be to come start sharing out all of the stuff from the shows and everything and get back in and talk about it. And maybe I should just, take a break. But whether I will or won't.
We need you, dude. You do so much justice for this ecosystem, bro. And like, keeping us all informed of what's going on. There's so much alpha in this space. Somebody's got to do it, man. And I think that like you're the perfect candidate, man. You've got your hands in a lot of the working groups, and you got that first movers advantage, man. Because like you try to like spread that out and keep everybody in the know the best you can. I really feel like DeOrganized, like starting to blow up, and it makes sense. It makes sense to me. So big props to you, bro. You're killing it. You're crushing it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that. And I'll tell you this. Like I love doing this. I love engaging with I love I love going out and finding out what's going on in our ecosystem, and also, you know, kind of helping out where I can too, giving my opinion about things, making suggestions, and then bringing that information out to the public, which is also helping support all of these projects that I'm learning about. I love doing it. I really do. I do think that I, I'm not looking to be the only one doing this. I'm not looking for exclusivity. I think that that's the opposite of what our space is about. It's actually about inclusivity and opportunity for everybody, and that's why I'm letting other, I'm helping other people produce shows and put other stuff out and making our network available for that purpose. Because I think that we're all better when we are exposed to uh, as many voices as possible.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing is like empowering people around you with the information, and it's important. It helps you, helps them, it helps the ecosystem. It's good work. So um, yeah, man, like just searching for the alpha, listening to builders, and you know, hearing everybody out. Just taking part is important. So it's been a blast, like getting to see all the new contributors in the ecosystem come on DeOrganized and talk about their stuff, because um, it's informing everybody. It's keeping everybody in the know, right? And then now we feel like we have like firsthand access to brand new things come into the ecosystem, right? All because of DeOrganized.
Yeah, well, and it's man, I appreciate the kind words. I have a hard time talking about myself, like promotion wise. Um, I don't mind informing people about what we're doing, but I'm not looking for praise for the organized. I'm looking for engagement with the organized. I want you guys to chat in the chat. I want you guys to participate and and actually also give us feedback on what we're not doing well. I mean, I know I could do better with some of my video quality, and maybe I could get a background and do some stuff. And that's all stuff that's on the agenda, right? We hear you guys. Better lighting, better equipment. I know. But and we are working. But we are it's a different paradigm in the world right now, It's just it's not, you know, the instinct or the the knee jerk reaction, the reflex reaction is to kind of try to centralize things like this, to organize it, and there'll have to be some level of centralization to organize things, but we're also trying to figure out how to build our processes out to be as decentralized as a project and platform as possible. So, we're working towards those goals, and we're making. I mean, we've come so far so fast. I mean, I got even now, while things have slowed down in the space, it's not as busy as it was a couple months ago, where we were getting like 200 to 300 live viewers every morning. We're over 100, and we're over 100 consistently. And when we get, you know, like some special guests, we do still routinely get over 300 to 400 people watching us. So, I think that we're doing well. We've kind of leveled off with a little bit of a rise and fall, and we're still figuring out our processes. But overall, I'm very, very happy with where we are and where things are moving, both within our space, within the broader Bitcoin space, what's going on with stacks. I'm super bullish on, and then where we are with the organized. I couldn't be. I mean, if you would ask me 3 to 6 months ago if we will be where we are right now, I would have, or if you told me that, I would have been surprised to hear it, or even someone would think so. But yeah, we just keep cooking, we keep moving along. We got so many great friends in the space too. I mean, all of the people supporting us here. It's not just me. Hattie's been with us since the beginning, and all the stuff Trip's doing, and you and LMNO was helping with the scheduling, and Kitty's been super supportive the whole time. And I can't, obviously, none of this would have been possible without BitcoinLive and all of the support we've gotten from them and their group. Jack and everybody. I feel like I'm going to miss people now, because that's the problem with when there's so many people that's been helping. You start naming them and you don't want to insult anybody by forgetting someone's name. Landy and Zenitron and Blockface and all the people that do shows, and even the people that have come on our specials and stuff. Hero has been instrumental in helping us get some spots to cover the SIP calls and the SIP. We're involved in the SIP calls on Fridays, and we're involved in the specials we've been doing for the SIPs itself. Helping drive awareness, and the special we did on BNS, and it's just we've had a lot of opportunity, and we're very aware of the opportunities that have been afforded to us. So, but yeah, that's where it's at with the organized media. What do you got going on for today?
DeOrganized is where it's at, man. Go to DeOrganized.media. You can get a rundown of everybody that has a show on DeOrganized, and figure out where the spaces are, and stay in the know, man. And you can also tip your favorite creators if you're feeling like somebody dropped some really hot alpha. Go check out DeOrganized.media. And you can tip your favorite founders of projects, and check it out. Today, I am looking forward to the Game Master show. Also have the Roof Spaces, the first Roof Spaces of the year, starting around, I think it's going to be around 12, around noon. Today, also,
there's a Roof
the GM. Yeah, there's a Roof Space today. Let me pull it up real quick. I think it starts at 12 p.m. EST. So also have that going on. The GM Samurai's art tournament started, so you can go check that out as well. I did a piece for it, and they've got a pretty cool system where they're taking different artists and giving them a concept and letting them run, and then putting them up against each other in the tournament. Round 1 just started, so you can go cast your vote over there. There's lots going on, dude. I know that there's several different people in my DMs talking about art on stacks, and different platforms getting in touch with me about art on stacks. So it's looking really good. I'm excited for this year. It's going to be great.
Yeah, man, I couldn't agree more. It's a great time, great year. Great time to be here. Just so many things going on, and I think people get spooked by the short-term price action on things, but if you've been here long enough, none of that should bother you. Unless you need to pull the money out for something immediately, which happens, and then that's a reasonable frustration, but if you're in a situation where you're pulling the money out and you were expecting to pull the money out now for whatever, prices are about where you should have expected them to be. I mean, what were you expecting? That could be it. Maybe it's your expectations, but yeah, man, I'm super bullish. I think the activity in the space, even the emotion of frustration that people have had with some things that maybe aren't iterating to as fast as they'd like. That just shows how much people are building with purpose on here. They wouldn't be that frustrated shooting in the dark.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I saw visions from Velar talking about how he got a line. Earlier this week, Munib had a space, and he was talking with the community, and figuring out what the community's concerns were, and communication was one of them. So seeing that Visions kind of has a line with them now, kind of he said that consistent fast block should be delivered by somewhere between the end of the month. So just a couple more weeks of them like fine tuning the Nakamoto upgrade, and we have Fel ready to launch their perp decks by the next end of the month. So
Yeah, man, and that's
it's really cool to see.
bullish, super bullish stuff, and it's all out in front of us right now too. So if anything, it's an opportunity, a reaccumulation phase to some degree. So if you're, just you're not happy with where it is, look at where it is and what you can do to use where it is and leverage where it's going. But yeah, I was on that AMA this Monday. I thought it was great. I know some people were a little frustrated with how the format was, but I think it went exactly how it was supposed to. There has been a Telegram group created for kind of keeping some of the key community leaders and media people connected with the core entities and some of the other bigger entities and stacks that are, and try to keep us all coordinated on what's going on. Because I think that's really the biggest. I don't want to look at it as a problem. I want to say it's an opportunity. Stacks has been doing great. I don't think Stacks has been missing the boat on things. I just think that there are opportunities for them to strengthen, specifically on the communications level, where they can be out in front of things a little bit and get it out to the community a little bit earlier with the expectations of the community in mind. So they're not creating over expectations as to when things are going to be available, which then when they're not available then, and they really shouldn't have been, it wasn't, they weren't expected to be from the developer side, but the community doesn't know. So the community is expecting this, and that's not what's there. Then there's like stress and anxiety over, when is this coming? When is that coming? And it gets out of control. And now we realize we need to kind of pay attention to what the community's expectations are based on what's being communicated, kind of create some two-way, hey, this is what the community's saying. This is what the community is worried about. This is what the community is asking. This is what the community is looking for. Are you guys building this? Is that what you're building? Because if not, maybe there's another opportunity. We should look at building this too. And so that stuff is developing too. That stuff is happening. Yeah, Gary, exactly. Short-term thinking equals short-term results, right? So we're always looking long-term, but we also have to be mindful that a lot of our users and a lot of our community don't have the same long-term view, because they're here right now and they're looking at what's going on right now, and I want to use my stacks right now, and I want to build this right now. And so we just need to make sure that element is spoken to and not just left out there to be like frustrated and then breeding this kind of anxiety that's unnecessary. That's one of the things I kind of observed earlier in the week between the AMA and what had led up to it and how it's developed afterwards, is that the Stacks core entities aren't nervous. They're very confident. They're comfortable with where things are. They're not worried that things aren't going to go how they're working for them. And I think that's kind of why they didn't maybe quite realize the disconnect between some anxiety in the community, where they were totally, they're cool, which is actually even more encouraging to me when I look at it that way. They missed it because they're not worried, which is,
yeah, they're cool as the other side of the pillow. It's because they're confident in what they're doing, right? And they're just heads down building. So it does make me a little bit bullish that they didn't even realize that there was a disconnect at all. Like, right, like they were just like, and as soon as they realized it, they hosted an AMA, and let the community have their voice, and they have plans to do more of it, right? They are just uh, alpha chatting and building and doing their thing, and they have that long term vision, and I see where people could be a little bit anxious, right? Especially if they're new to stacks, and they're like, well, where do I go to get this type of information, right? And other founders don't have answers for them. People that are more boots on the ground, then you could really, really make like it'd be really beneficial just to keep those important founders, like the people that are building communities and stacks, updated, right? And so now we're taking steps in the right direction, to make that happen, and kind of like taper down the anxiety of, like, short term, people that are looking in the short term, people that are new here. It's really cool. Um, I like to see this type of communication happening, and it is a first step. So, um, wait, we'll see like what type of action comes from it, right? From that call. I know a lot of people were there was mixed reviews on it, but all in all, if they continue to host these town halls, I think that the communication will. The barrier of communication will be broken down, and people will feel more confident in building here. So um, we'll see, right?
We'll see. But what you're saying, and I think we're all on the same page, is that it's all good stuff, even though that it came from maybe a slightly uncomfortable point. And that's part of it. We grow by getting outside of our comfort level and addressing the hard things. And that's what's happening. We're getting out of our comfort level, we're addressing the hard things, and there's results from it. So I can't imagine how you would not be bullish out of that, over that. Uh, that being said, I got to wrap up. I have just too many things going on today, man. I could talk to you all day, but I have some other stuff I got to get into before some other stuff I got to get into. So I love you, man. Give me a final for the day. Final word from GPSC.
Yeah, dude. Just let's keep the frequency high. Keep loving the room and keep our heads down building. Keep chipping away. It's gonna get done. So, um, much love and peace to everybody.
Love you, GP. I'll catch you later. I'll see you. I'm sure I'll see you in the chat forums on the show, on the Zenitron show in an hour, and maybe you'll win. You did well in that earlier on, so I think as long as Orange doesn't show up, you might have a good chance.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, Orange is a beast at this game. So, yeah, definitely tune in a little bit and uh, win some prizes, guys. Yeah, have a great day.
Right on, right on. I am Peace Love Music. We are DeOrganized Media, coming at you live in partnership with BitcoinLive Decentralized Broadcasting. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.